Woohoo! It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network, and this is a Bench Warmers special report. Shout out to the host of Bench Warmers, Jimmy Ace. Oh man, this is just a gift that keeps on giving. When Kwame Brown came on a few months ago and said, "And Rachel Nichols, we already know about you." So now there is a story recirculating. Of course, now that Rachel Nichols is in the news anyway, we might as well bring back old stuff. So remember in 2020, the NBA, the entire NBA was in the bubble. Now, if you remember, the dude from the Houston Rockets, there was rumors that he got caught up in the room. Remember, he got sent home because there was rumors that he got caught up in the room, with an ESPN reporter. Now, that rumor was that chick, Taylor, whatever her name is, the one that people said LeBron was messing with or what have you. But that was never proven. Kevin House, I think his name was. I'm not really sure of his first name, but he ended up getting sent home because he allegedly got caught with a female in the bubble. People are now saying that Jimmy Butler linked up, and we all know Jimmy. Jimmy was linked to Selena Gomez. Jimmy's a real ladies' man. Remember, he was making passes at Gabrielle Union. And Dwayne Wade had to check him on social media. Jimmy is a lady killer, so he, not technically, but he's a lady killer, as the old saying goes. So this interview resurfaced with him and Rachel Nichols giving each other googly eyes. And as a matter of fact, every time that they talk to each other, it's always like it's some sort of inside joke. You always notice that about Jimmy Butler and Rachel Nichols. So what people are saying is that there's a story that surfaced in 2020 that is now resurfacing. The story goes that a security guard heard thumping and was complaints about thumping up in Jimmy Butler's room. They went up to the room, the security went up to the room, and Jimmy said, he came to the door sweaty and said, "My bad, I was dribbling a basketball. I'm up here dribbling a basketball." Now, I thought that security at that point in time was prone to check the room just to make sure, because they're not supposed to have female guests. All right. Now, then there's a video of Karl Anthony Towns. If you're not familiar with him, he's the one that's currently dating Jordan Woods. Karl Anthony Towns used to date another female who allegedly cheated on Karl Anthony Towns with Jimmy Butler. And this is when Jimmy Butler was a Minnesota Timberwolf. Jimmy Butler and Karl Anthony Towns never got along. And they allegedly had a argument, a fight, because the girl that Karl Anthony Towns was with for a couple of years and was engaged to cheated on him allegedly with Jimmy Butler, and then they split up. And that's why Jimmy Butler and Karl Anthony Towns have never gotten along. Jimmy Butler called him soft. He once said, "You're soft as baby-ish." And they got rid of Jimmy Butler, mainly because him and Karl Anthony Towns did not get along. So then here comes this new video of when Butler's on Miami. Him and Karl Anthony Towns are going at it, and Karl Anthony Towns starts saying, "You better call Rachel Nichols." Now, this was 2021, I believe, earlier this year. Maybe it was earlier this year when they met, or maybe it was last year. No, it could have been last year because of the bubble. Earlier in 2021, he was heard saying, "You better call Rachel Nichols," because the bad blood is still going on between those two. The funny thing is, Kwame Brown, once again, aka Mama's Cooking, told y'all about, he didn't go into it, but he said, and Rachel Nichols, girl, we don't know how you get down, girl. So, if this is the case, I guess Rachel isn't racist after all. Nah, just because they ride black cock and she was in quarantine, she couldn't see, her, if she does have a boyfriend, she couldn't see, well, no, she's married. She couldn't see her husband. And the funny thing is, if this is true, remember, Rachel Nichols is married. And she's kind of like Hollywood media royalty because her mother-in-law is Diane Sawyer. So Rachel Nichols kind of got walked through the media of Hollywood because Diane Sawyer is her mother-in-law. And she's also, her father, I believe, was famous and all. And then her husband, I believe her husband's name is Mike Nichols or something like that. I believe he works for the media. Well, he was running Hollywood at some point, working for Disney or something like that. But it's funny that these rumors are now starting to circulate. And I'm telling y'all, Rachel Nichols will resign before the month of July is up. Or maybe she'll stick around for the finals. But then after this season, I believe Rachel Nichols will resign. Due to the backlash of what she said about Maria Taylor. And if this ever came out to prove to be true, I don't know how they'll prove it right now. But if this ever came out and proved to be true, because I know Jimmy Butler's probably not going to say anything, because him and Rachel Nichols are still on good terms. So if he still has a chance of smashing that, go back and look at their old interviews. It always seemed like it was an inside joke. Oh, you know me so well, Rach. Only people who know people personally shorten their name. Rach. Somebody doesn't know me, right? They're not going to call me H. You know what I mean? If someone doesn't know me personally. But let me know what you think. This rumor now is blowing Twitter up. Twitter is in shambles over this rumor. I'm sure sooner or later, either her or Jimmy Butler is going to have to come out and settle this down because this thing is on fire right now. Rachel Nichols, boy. Rachel Nichols, everybody's saying, no wonder Jimmy Butler was dropping 45. He was smashing Rachel Nichols the night before, and then next game playing 48 minutes. No wonder he was so exhausted. Oh man, let me tell you let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends.